If you've been following the news in the last few days, you have seen that Wendy's was looking to implement new surge pricing into their restaurants on their menus, but today they announced that they will be canceling this. So what the surge pricing was let's say that you went to Wendy's and it was busier than usual. They would be charging you more money for your food. Now that just sounds absolutely crazy to me, because if you're waiting longer for food, you're already going to be upset. So I couldn't imagine if you're waiting in like a drive-through line or walking into Wendy's, seeing that your food is going to be costing you more money because it's busy. You're already waiting extra amount of time. And I find that when restaurants are busy, they're less likely to get your order right too. So this obviously upset a lot of people, and rightfully so. We can't let corporations get the idea that they can mess around with us like that. So I'm glad that they walked it back, but I'm just wanting to talk a little bit about this, because is this really just damage control just to prevent people from staying away from the brand? So today they did announce that they're going to be not doing this, and rightfully so. The company said Wednesday that the story began to circulate this week, and it would be designed to benefit our customers and restaurant crew members. Now, I don't know. They try to walk this back and say that they were looking to implement the pricing to make things cheaper for people when they were less busy, but it didn't really seem that way at first. It was more or less like they were going to charge more money whenever it's busy. So Wendy's will not implement a surge pricing, which is a practice of raising prices when demand is at its highest. We didn't use that phrase in order to implement that plan in practice. So yeah, they said they didn't have any intentions of doing that. Now, the story broke and things went crazy, because people obviously aren't very happy when, you're going to be getting screwed around on your own money, especially for something like fast food, which is not overly a luxury because it's not super expensive, but it has been trending to be a bit more expensive. So they did say that they were looking to implement it to make prices cheaper. But I also have the feeling that making it cheaper is going to just be putting it back to its regular price. So obviously, a lot of people are upset with that, but Wendy's looking to invest $20 million into launching digital menu boards, and approximately investing $10 million over the next 2 years to support digital menu enhancements globally. So we'll see how that goes, but I honestly do feel like they're just doing some damage control right now, and a lot of people on Reddit are also feeling the same way, because it's a little bit suspicious. They went from saying they're going to be charging, more money during busier periods of time to now being like, oh, we were actually going to charge you less money. But I don't know. I do think that this is very concerning, well, first and foremost, because if a lot of restaurants start doing this, I would vote with my pocket and not go to those restaurants anymore. So it's good that they scaled it back, but I just feel like this is a bad precedent that's going to be set, because other companies are going to be looking to try and do something like this. I understand costs have gone up in the restaurant industry over the last few years, but I don't think this is the way to handle it. I could not imagine waiting in a drive-through lineup, and your usual order costs like $15 or something now in Canada. Imagine getting up there and it's costing you a few dollars more because you had to wait longer. That's ridiculous. But that's, I guess, the way they wanted to do it. And I'm curious to see how this pans out. I hope it doesn't impact anything. But unfortunately, this does seem like it's going to be popping up in other places. Food delivery apps could potentially use something like this as busier periods of time. They're going to be, a lot more orders coming through, and maybe they will end up charging a bit more. I personally don't use food delivery apps. I think it's better if you need that food to go get it yourself, but there are instances where that's useful. But I just think this is a dangerous precedent that's going to be set, and the next few years will be interesting to see if other companies are going to try and do something similar to this, or if Wendy's is going to do what they now said they're going to do and reduce prices during less busy periods. But I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. This is definitely concerning for someone that's, conscious of how much money you're spending on your food and things like that. I don't go out to eat a whole terrible lot, but there's a lot of people that do, and this is going to probably impact them at some point down the road. So let me know in the comments what you're thinking about this. Definitely a bit concerning, but I'm glad that Wendy's did step back on this and say that they aren't going to be doing this anymore. But time will tell if others were going to hop on as well. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.